Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, Happy Bookmas. Over the past weekend while I was at the first annual, hopefully, PodCon, I made a challenge myself to ask strangers for book recommendations. And my TBR has gotten so much longer because of it. In a second, I'm going to let you see their book recommendations directly from them, but as a note, you might want to turn on the closed captions because convention spaces are loud spaces and you might not be able to understand them at certain points.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I would recommend Brandon Sanderson's Words of Radiant series because, oh gosh, it's a super great fantasy story and the magical system is based on light-infused engines, so it's really cool.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I just read the book Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. I have always loved the Star Wars universe, and this book is basically 40 short stories of all the background characters from Star Wars A New Hope. It's written by 43 different authors, including people like Griffin MacLeod, Nat Fraction, Kelly C. DeConnick, people I love. So I was really excited. They are not all perfect, but there are some really good entries, really flesh out the characters and like bring life to the background scenes that I found appealing.
My name's Carrie Ann. I recommend that you read False Memory by Dean Koontz. It's a great psychological thriller and you'll enjoy it till the very end.
Hi, my name is Nicola. My book recommendation would probably be Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I'm sure other people will recommend it. It's an amazing piece of magical realism, urban fantasy, but more in a rural setting, so rural fantasy, which I don't know is explored as much in fiction these days. I mean, Neil Gaiman's an amazing writer. The characters are interesting. The world that he creates is so down to earth while having these magical tones to it. And I love it. Yep. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and my book recommendation would be The Air Affair by Jasper Fforde. If you like classic literature mixed with alternate history, mixed with sci-fi, then this is going to be right up your alley, and it's the first book in an amazing series.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I'm recommending the book So Yesterday by Scott Westerfeld. It's a book about a couple of teenagers running around New York, and it introduced me to the missing black woman formation concept. Look it up.
My name is Megan, and I recommend The Golden Spruce by John Bayonne. It's a non-fiction story about a very special tree in the Pacific Northwest on Haida Gwaii that was felled as an act of protest against the logging industry. It's a really interesting story and it's important to the Pacific Northwest.
Hi, my name is Karin and we're here at PodCon and I am recommending Hold Me Closer Necromancer because it takes place here in the Seattle area. It references some of the suburbs here. It's a fantasy, kind of urban fantasy sort of story. I enjoyed it a lot. I read it a couple months ago. And I highly recommend it.
Hi, my name is Mari, and I recommend reading The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. An excellent book, also a NaNoWriMo winner, if you're into that.
Hello, I'm Rachel, and I recommend Fahrenheit 451 because even though it was a signed reading, it's still really interesting and you should actually give it a try.
Hi, I'm Bryce Parzano, and I recommend The Gunslinger by Stephen King. It's a classic. It's one of his first books outside of the horror genre, and it's just so good and emotional and awesome in general.
Hi, my name is Nick Jenkins, and I recommend House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. It's a weird book.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and one of my favorite books is The Beauty Detox Solution by Kimberly Snyder. It has a whole bunch of awesome, delicious vegan recipes that are super delicious.
My name is Danielle from Brooklyn, New York. I recommend The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas because it's a great book, one, for a young adult audience, but two, a great look at what's going on in our world today, told through the eyes of a teenager, experiencing it in real time, and told in a way that connects to readers.
My name's Jeremy. I'd recommend Dawn of Wonder. If you like Sanderson or Patrick Rothfuss, who writes kind of the same style, very interesting story told by a view of a kid. And there's multiple storylines going on. So great character development and great story.
My name is Ahmad Abdel-Hamid, and my favorite book in the world is To Kill a Mockingbird. I read it when I was in 5th grade for class, and I fell in love with it, and I've never found a book that has taken its place in my heart. it's a book I read over and over again. I'm always happy and surprised the new things I learn from it.
I'm going to recommend The Secret History by Donna Tartt. She has 3 books out, The Secret History being the first one, and it's basically what happens when a bunch of bored classic students at college decide they want to recreate the antics of Dionysus. And hijinks ensue, and people die, and it's a fun read.
Hey guys, I'm Amara, and of Amara in Seattle, and the book that I am recommending is a book by a local author in Edmonds, Rick Steves, who's known for doing a PBS TV show, but he wrote a book called Travel is a Political Act, which has really, really good thoughts about how when you travel, you represent the place you're from, and that you should think about representing that as being part of a global community, and that's something I'm really passionate about, so I think it's a good book. It has good quotable stuff, and it's easy to read because it goes with like a whole PBS series, so yeah, there you go.
And there you have it. My shy was definitely acting up on the second day, so I didn't get as many recommendations as I was hoping for, but I definitely got quite a few. Have you read any of these books, and do you also recommend them? Let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit the subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you tomorrow for more Bookmas. Bye.